Welcome to an introductory breathing for relaxation recording session. I am Galen Delore, and for the next 15 minutes, I will take you through a cycle of breathing technique. This breathing technique is one that we go through each week when we meet in our group for our wisdom and empowerment sessions. Follow the guidance here, and, if you can, make a practice of this technique. This will help you at any time whenever you remember to breathe in this way. Voice guidance is accompanied by the beautiful Creative Commons music of Siddhartha. And now, let's begin. Take a nice deep breath. Breathe in slowly through your nose, naturally, perhaps a little bit more slowly. And imagine while you're doing so that the air is filling up your lungs from your diaphragm up to the top of your shoulders. Your abdomen will likely expand, and that's normal. And then exhale through your mouth, and as you exhale, purse your lips as if you're about to whistle. This creates resistance and allows the oxygen to stay in your lungs as long as possible. It will take some time longer to exhale than it normally would, and this is normal. And when your lungs are empty, begin breathing in again through your nose. Just nice and slow. And imagine while you're doing so that you can actually see the air entering your nose into your sinuses and down into your lungs. And it's a beautiful glowing color. And when your lungs are full, exhale again and purse your lips to create the resistance as if you're whistling. You might even be able to hear the breath leave you. Also relax your shoulders and your neck and your back while you exhale, and just let the pressure of your lungs push the air out. And as your lungs become empty, you can pull in your diaphragm and expel the last bit of air in your lungs, and this helps to expel all those toxins. And then breathe in again through your nose a third time, nice and slow. Just let your diaphragm expand and kind of pull in the air. You don't have to use your shoulders. You don't have to use your back. Just inhale and let your lungs expand. And when they're full, exhale through your mouth. Purse your lips to create resistance and relax the rest of your body, as if you're whistling. And even if it takes up to a minute and a half or so to exhale, that's actually a very good sign. But do only what you can in this, and don't try to do more than you can. Be gentle on yourself. And when your lungs are empty, pull in your diaphragm and expel the excess air. And now relax completely and let your breathing regulate itself. Just let yourself breathe quickly if you need to. Let yourself breathe deeply if you need to. Let yourself take a few irregular breaths if you need to. That's quite all right. We're actually going through a process of retraining our body to breathe and allow itself to relax. So the first time we do this, the body isn't used to it. We're not used to breathing this deeply. So just take a couple of minutes and listen to the music and just let your breathing regulate itself, and I'll be back. We'll do another cycle. Okay, and your breathing should be back to normal. So we're going to do another cycle of 3 breath cycles. So take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Breathe in very slowly, but only do what you can. The objective here is to fill up your lungs very slowly with air and let your abdomen expand and let your diaphragm expand. Pull in the air so that your shoulder muscles can relax. And imagine your lungs filling up from the bottom to the top. And when your lungs are full, purse your lips to create resistance. Relax your shoulders and your back and let the pressure of the air push its way out, as if you're whistling. And don't worry, your lips might be working a little bit hard, and that's the only muscles right now that are working. And if you have to relax them and exhale more quickly, that's okay too. The point is not to do it perfectly. The point is to begin making a practice of doing it at all. And when your lungs are empty, inhale again, nice and slow, in through your nose. Fill up your lungs from the bottom all the way to the top. Expand your diaphragm and pull in that air. And when your lungs are full, purse your lips to create resistance. Relax your body and let the air push its way out, as if you're whistling. And let it take a minute and a half to exhale. When you do this on your own, it might actually take you a couple of minutes, both to inhale and then to exhale. And the time will become longer and longer as you practice. And then when your lungs are empty, just pull in your diaphragm, expel all that excess air, and inhale a third time. Nice and slow through your nose. Let your diaphragm expand and pull the air in. Just think of all that fresh oxygen that your body is getting. Let your lungs fill up, and when your lungs are full, purse your lips to create resistance. And then relax and let the air pressure push its way out of your lungs. Don't pull in your diaphragm, just let the pressure from your lungs push the air out. It gives the muscles around your lungs, in your back and in your neck, a little mini massage. And a little workout too, a little bit of a workout. And then when your lungs are empty, pull in your diaphragm, expel the excess air, and then rest and let your breathing regulate itself. And just take note of how your body feels right now. It's probably not used to breathing in any specific way. So if you're breathing a little bit hard, that's okay. If you're breathing a little bit more quickly, that's okay as well. If you have to take a deep breath, then go ahead and take a deep breath. This is the second of 3 cycles that I'm going to take you through. And there's a reason for 3. 3 establishes a pattern, especially with our body. You might notice that if you start an exercise regimen, that the first time, you do a few sit-ups, okay, and then maybe you do a few more, and then you start to feel something, and, then you do a few more, and then your body starts to object, and that's the burn that we call it. And maybe you do a few more, and you feel pretty good about that. And then perhaps the next day you do this again, and your body says, okay. And after a few more sit-ups, then okay, and a few more, and you start to feel it. And but you do a few more, and that's okay too. On the 3rd day, however, you're sort of like, I'm a little more tired than I was before. I've used up all that excess energy. So it seems to be harder to ask your body to go through that number of sit-ups that it did before. And that's why we do cycles of 3, because we have to get through the 3rd cycle in order for your body to believe that we're actually going to make a practice of doing this. So now that your breathing is regulated and you've rested a little bit, and now that you understand a little bit more why we're going to do a 3rd cycle of 3 breath cycles, let's start. Go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose, and expand your diaphragm and just let your lungs fill up with air. You might notice that you're sitting up a little bit straighter each time you take in this breath. That's normal too, because your body knows how to sit well, how to sit properly. We just need to give it some encouragement to do that. And when your lungs are full, again purse your lips to create resistance. Relax your muscles and let the pressure of the air push its way out. And listen to the wind of your breathing. Listen to the music and listen to your breathing. And just let your body just relax as much as it can. And don't worry if your body doesn't want to relax, even after this 3rd cycle. It's not used to this. We're starting a new training regimen, so it's going to take a little while. And when your lungs are empty, inhale again through your nose, nice and slow. Nice and slow. Just imagine your lungs are filling up with air. Your lungs are getting a bit of a workout, and they're expanding each time you do this, even if you don't realize it, because we're doing this in very small increments. And when your lungs are full, purse your lips to create resistance, and then exhale as if you're whistling. And take your time and just feel your body just sink into relaxation as you exhale. Even if you feel a little bit of a tingling or a little bit of a burn, your body's resisting because it's not used to this. But it feels really good to relax also. And so that's the balance that we're going to reach with our bodies this first time that we do this. And then when your lungs are empty, pull in your diaphragm and expel the excess air. And then inhale again. Nice and slow. Just let yourself pull that air in by expanding your diaphragm. And you can just feel the muscles in your back and the muscles in your neck and your shoulders kind of expanding too and getting a little mini massage. And when your lungs are full, Once again, purse your lips to create resistance. Relax your muscles and just let the pressure of the air push its way out. Nice and slow. You can make this loud if you want to listen to the wind of your breathing. Nice and loud. And this time, when your lungs are empty, pull in your diaphragm to expel the excess air and then rest. Give yourself a nice long rest. And when you're ready, you can start this recording again and go through the cycle again. Each cycle of 3 establishes a pattern, and each cycle of 3 cycles tells your body that you are establishing a pattern definitely, because 3 establishes a pattern and 9 finishes that pattern so that it's actually established. And make a practice of doing this exercise as often as you have time for. You can do 1 cycle of 3 anytime in your car, at work, especially before a tense moment. And you'll notice that if you continue to practice, you will get better at this each time. And this is all for now. This is Galen Delare. Namaste, Shora B'Shemte, and I'll see you in recording number 2, exercise number 2, and we'll go deeper into intentional breathing.